Welcome to week 12 of 12 weeks of holiday cheer. I'm Nancy Dodge from YB Stamp. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Each Saturday at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, 9 Mountain, and 8 Pacific for the next 11 weeks, because we already did one, I'll be sharing easy paper craft ideas with you along with 3 other demonstrators. This week we're sharing Halloween treat holders with you. I was inspired by the one on page 50 in the September to December mini catalog. All right, let's get going. Turn on a little extra light here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm making this little box. And I'm going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock. And then I'm not using my cutting blade, I'm using my scoring blade, and I'm going to score all sides at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4 and 3/4. It's really hard not to use that cutting blade. 3/4 and 3/4. And then I want you to turn it this way and go to 3 7/8 and score, and turn it around at 3 7/8 and score. Now we're going to put this aside. I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to burnish all of those score lines with my bone folder. If you don't have one of these bone folders, you absolutely should, because it's better than putting the pressure on your nails, and it makes a better crease. And the ones in the middle. Okay. The next thing I want you to do is look at this diagram. So we are going to trim where you see cut, and then where you see the red lines, I'm going to miter those corners. Okay? So I'm going to take this and my snips, and I'm going to miter these corners to cut. Like so. And then this one. And it's just barely a little. See? Can you see it's not completely square? Okay. Then you're going to miter this side just a smidge. And I mean just a smidge. So there's the piece I cut out. Can you see it? So straight on here, and then miter just a little bit, like so. And then the other ones we're just going to cut straight, straight, straight. And this is just on the long side, not on the short side. Alright, like so. Get rid of my scraps. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to use the plus because this is a box and it's going to open and close a lot. And I'm just going to, on the front side, I'm going to put adhesive, not here, but on the middle tab and the bottom tab. Flip it around and do it in those same corresponding tabs. I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to tuck these pieces in, and I'm going to even it out like this, then adhere. Whoops, it didn't get stuck. There we go. Flip it over, do the other side Looks like my measurements weren't quite exact, but that's operator error. It's not directional error. So here and here. And there's your little box. Isn't it cute? Very easy. I have all the measurements in the description. And get this one down quite right. Of course, I messed it up with the Seal Plus. Alright, I'll re-glue it. Again, this is not direction error, it's operator error, which is me. Okay, let's try this play again. Just kind of tuck these in. This is why you want to miter the ends so that it'll tuck in. Isn't that cute? Alright, to go with this, I have from the Sweet and Spooky Designer Series paper, I cut out one of these tags, and that has all these die cuts in here. And I'm going to put them on here. You can, you know, if your choice, you could stamp these. So here's one that I stamped first. And these tags and die cuts are all in that Designer Series paper. But I'm going to adhere this down. And then I'm going to put this together. Now I'm going to use some glue. I'm using the multi-purpose glue. I just have it in a different container because I like the fine tip. And I have these holders on my webpage for sale if you're interested. My son-in-law and his business partner make those for me. And they come in a variety of colors. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue. Might help if you could see me. And like I say, you could stamp almost anything on here that you want. And then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back. And I think these dimensionals are left over from a paper pumpkin. For any of those that don't know what it is, it's a monthly subscription from Stampin' Up! And it comes with everything you need to make that kit. Most of the time it's cards, and it makes about 8 or 9 cards, sometimes as many as 15 projects. You just never know. And I'm just going to pop this right in the middle, like so. Isn't that cute? Alright, the other ones that I made in addition to this one, I made this one, and I made this one. So there we are with our 4 little treat boxes. And to show you how things fit in there, I have one all made, and I have a little Reese's, a sticker sheet, and some little bubbles that I'm going to hand out to my trick-or-treaters. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope I have inspired you. Next week we are doing Halloween decor. So until then, happy stamping.